Disastrous beauty. Disastrous beauty. It's disastrous beauty. It's the wigs for me. It's disastrous beauty. Change up your look daily. Disastrous. It's disastrous beauty. It's the wigs for me. It's disastrous beauty, baby. It's disastrous beauty. Change up.
Hey lovers, it's your girl Disastrous Beauty and I'm coming back with another video. Today's video is gonna be all about your girl's tummy tuck, okay? All the things that I can remember to tell y'all, cause child, my memory ain't the best, and at this point I am 2 months post-op. Like August the 9th, I was 2 months post-op. So honey, a little thing, some things are just you know, but everything that I can remember, I am going to talk about in this video, from the cost, from pre-op, from recovery, what I recommended, all the things. Anything that I did forget to mention, if you have any questions, don't shy away from asking them down below in the comments, and I will answer them to the best of my abilities. And because I feel like I was kind of all over the place, but maybe I wasn't, but I kind of feel like I was. Also, I'm gonna be putting on my makeup, but honey, I ain't gonna be talking about any of those products. I was literally just putting on my makeup so I could do this wig review. So don't expect to get nothing out of that. I may have the products linked down below, I may not. Some of my products they don't have, so I don't know, but check down below in the description box because I may have the products listed down there. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Keep in mind, I'm nobody's professional, I'm nobody's surgeon. This is just about my experience. I also want to say, if you like this kind of videos, don't forget to like this video. If you're not already subscribed, girl, click the subscribe button. It's on cost you not 1 red cent. And if you're not already following me on all my social media platforms, I am Disastrous Beauty on both IG and TikTok. I'm Health to Miss T on Snapchat, and I'm Disastrous B on Twitter. Now let's get into this video. All right, y'all, I went ahead and did my eyebrows off camera because I couldn't think and talk. I couldn't think and do them at the same time. So I went ahead and did my brows off camera just so, you know, save some time, and because I wasn't able to talk and and do them. Anyway, so okay. The first thing I wanted to talk about is why I chose the place that I chose, which was Head and Gun here in, well, not here, I don't live in Birmingham, but in Birmingham. I chose them because I initially was gonna go to SONOBELLO, and literally the day of my surgery, I decided not to go through with it. And that's like more of that's a deeper story. But I had already paid my deposit and everything, and the day before the day of my surgery, I decided not to, the morning of, literally. So after that, I was a little discouraged, but my boyfriend was like, look, I have a friend that literally just posted that she had a tummy tuck, which is what I knew I was gonna need for the muscle repair that I needed. Like, I really needed muscle repair because I've had 2 C-sections. I have 2 kids. I had 2 C-sections. I literally don't go in labor, y'all. I kid you not. But anyways, I had 2 C-sections, and that's really what I wanted. Like, I wasn't looking to lose weight. I just wanted to fix that issue. Like, it drove me crazy to lose weight and still have that rounded look. Anyways, so I looked at the results that his friend had from Head and Gun, and I was like, oh,
ask her the information right now. Message her. Ask her the information right now. I need that. I need what she got. Okay.
So she sent the information over. She told us that, I think she said that she paid like $7,000, but the only thing that she got was a tummy tuck. She didn't get the muscle repair, I don't think, and she didn't get any lipo. I got some lipo to my upper and lower flanks, but I'll get into that. But after seeing her results, I was like, sign me up with Head and Gun. Okay, so prior to that, I also started doing my research, because I feel like with SONOBELLO, I only did research in like the reviews that were in Alabama. Honey, like I said, that's another story. If you guys want to hear that story, because I don't want to ramble in this video. I want it to be short and sweet, kind of like why I chose, how much it costs, how was the pain. But if you want like a longer story time, y'all can let me know down below in the comments. You want to know about the SONOBELLO experience and why I decided not to go with them the morning of, I can do that as well. But this right here, we're just going to focus on my actual procedure and why I chose this company and the cost. So I did some research on Head and Gun prior to the surgery. Because I wanted to be safe. Okay, surgery is scary, and you know, you want to go with people that you feel like you can trust, that have not had any like maybe a death, but not, I mean, because surgery is surgery, you know. If there's like 1 or 2 deaths in freaking 30 years, you know, that's not as big of a deal as 1 or 2 deaths every 5 months, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to do some research on both of the doctors that, you know, own the practice. It's called Head and Gun, so it's Dr. Head and Dr. Gun. Although there are other surgeons there as well, but those 2, I'm assuming, own the practice. Child, I don't know. And so anyways, when I was looking them up, I found out that both were in like the top 20 doctors in Alabama, and on one list I seen Head was actually #1. So I was like, oh, okay, cool beans. And I was looking at the reviews, not just on their website but other places, just to make sure, you know, like they had pretty good reviews. And honestly, they did. The only complaints that I saw with them was one, that sometimes the nurses could be rude. Child, if you know, I used to be a nurse, so I know rude nurses. That the nurses can be rude. And another complaint was that if your BMI is not a certain number, they won't even see you. Well, Dr. Gunn, I think it was about Dr. Gunn that said that he won't even see you. I was like, cool, because first of all, I can deal with mean nurses. That's not a big deal. And second of all, if a doctor won't perform surgery on you because he doesn't feel like your BMI is up to par and he doesn't want to take the risk, that lets me know, oh boy got some ethics about himself, some morals and some ethics about himself. Okay, so I liked both. Well, I ain't like that the nurses was rude, but honey, I don't give a doggone about you being rude, especially since it's a surgical center. I'm in and out anyway. So, and I like, but the fact that if your BMI is not up to par, he wouldn't operate on you, told me enough. Like for me, I like that. So that wasn't a negative for me at all. So I called and I scheduled my consultation, and I want to say my consultation was like a month out, so I had a month to do all of my research, okay, and to decide if I really even wanted to go to the consultation or whatever. So that's what I did, and I scheduled my consultation, and I want to say my consultation was in May. So now we'll go into my consultation and how that went. So I went into my consultation, and honestly, I was a little nervous because I was worried that it was gonna go like my consultation at SONOBELLO. Now, when I did my consultation for my breast reduction, it went a certain way, and this consultation went like my consultation went for my breast reduction. Literally, you know, they called me to the back. I wasn't waiting long. Dr. Gunn is actually the one that performed my surgery. Dr. Gunn came in, and honestly, the nurses was in first. You know, they got some information from me and stuff, and then Dr. Gunn came, and the nurses was nice to me. I don't know what anybody else, you know, I can't speak for anybody else's experience, but as far as my experience, they were really nice to me. But anyways, he came in, he's pretty young in my opinion. He's kind of spunky. I like that. I liked him immediately. So he came in and he was like, basically, you know, like what is your issue? And I told him, I was like, you know, no matter how much weight I lose, I can get down to my normal weight, which is typically I prefer to be like 130, 135. I can get down to that, and I still have that sort of rounded look like I'm pregnant. So I told him I have had 2 C-sections. You know, I just kind of gave him the whole spiel. He basically told me that I would need a tummy tuck with muscle repair. He asked if I wanted any lipo, and I'm like, yes. Sign me up for the lipo. And he was like, well, he would lipo my lower flanks. And after he said that, and he was like looking at my upper, he was like, you know, you probably want to do your upper as well, because if we just do your lower, it may look a little crazy. And that lower flank is going to give you that cinched in look, you know, like make that waist go, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, but I didn't have to necessarily agree to getting the lipo. I didn't have to agree to anything, but he was like, you know, I'm just gonna put down my recommendations and you can decide whether or not you want all of that or not. And so yeah, we basically had that conversation, and he was like, you know, you can schedule your surgery for whenever you want to schedule your surgery for. So I decided to schedule my surgery, and I did decide to get it all. Everything that he had recommended, I decided to get, and they kind of broke it down for me how much each thing would cost. I want to say that the tummy tuck with the muscle repair was maybe about $7,500 to $8,500. Then I want to say each lipo area was an additional $1,200, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say all in all, I paid $11,900 and some dollars. And that may seem like a lot to you. To me, I was fine with that number because SONOBELLO was going to be more without fixing the real issue. Once again, we can get into that in another video, but we concentrating on this right now. So to me, that wasn't bad. And I already had applied for care credit when I was getting ready to go to use SONOBELLO. So I already had the care credit. I went ahead and scheduled my surgery, and when I scheduled my surgery, I had to put down a deposit. So I put down a deposit, and I want to say it was like 10% or so. And I scheduled the surgery for June because I wanted the kids to be out of school because, child, I needed them out of my hair. They they go with their dads and their grandparents in the summer for the most part. I was like, let me do it in the summer. That way I don't have to worry about, you know, having to take care of them while Ron is at work and, you know, trying to, not them, mostly Journey. Edwin basically, you know, he takes care of himself now. But we still need to take care of Journey. So I was like, let me schedule it for June. So that's what I did, and that was pretty much it. So I scheduled it for June the 9th. I was also in the process of moving. I moved in with my boyfriend, and I had to get everything out of my old house. So it was a lot going on in May. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. Between the surgery, moving, the kids getting, like, Journey was still playing soccer. It was just a lot kind of going on. But we made it through it, child. We made it through it. I also want to mention that during my consultation, the surgeon did tell me, you know, like what healing was going to be like. He basically said that, you know, for the first 2 weeks or so, I would basically be down and out, child, okay? Down and out. And to kind of like expect it to be like my C-sections were, except maybe a little worse because you're also getting the muscle repair. So along with the lipo. So expect it to be a little worse than your C-section. I mentioned to him that we have 15 steps at our house, and you know, like how would that be? Because the living room, the refrigerator, everything is downstairs, but I mean, yeah, it's downstairs, but all the bedrooms are upstairs. Okay, so I was like, you know, what would that be like for me? And he said that what I should do is basically, once I go downstairs, spend the whole day there until I'm ready to go back up. Obviously, there is a half bathroom downstairs as well, so I could use that to go to the bathroom if I just felt like I needed to be downstairs. And with Ron's work schedule and, you know, me possibly being here alone during, you know, the healing phase, Ron was like, maybe I should just get you a refrigerator. That was pretty much it as far as the consultation goes. Now we can get into what my pre-op was like. Okay, so now we're getting into pre-op. Now the pre-op I actually scheduled during my consultation. When I scheduled my surgery, they told me that I would need to come in for pre-op about 2 weeks before surgery. Mine was basically 3 weeks before surgery. So when I go to my pre-op appointment, you know, they did my lab work, which was important. Okay, it's important. And I remember getting that lab work done as well when I had my breast reduction. For that particular surgery, I also had to do a COVID test. I did not have to do a COVID test for this particular surgery. I go to my pre-op appointment. Like I said, they did my blood work. They also told me, like, that they would, but the day of surgery, that they would be getting a urine sample, and if I had smoked anything, like whether it was a blunt, whether it was a cigar, anything, if they detect that in my system, that they would not do my surgery. Also, another plus for me, because to me, I do know that smoking you don't heal as well if you smoke, and they gave you 2 weeks to like get whatever out of your system. So like I said, this was also a plus for me, because to me it also stands for with their ethics and stuff, because they would cancel your surgery the day of your surgery if you came up in there. If you came up in there and you tested positive, they would cancel your surgery. From my understanding, they would reschedule it. On the site, it said that they wouldn't, but the nurse basically said that they would reschedule it, and I wouldn't be able to like have anything in my system. But anyway, so also during the pre-op, I had to pay. I had to pay the final cost, so I went ahead and used my care credit. Now, I said it was $11.90 something, but that extra $900 and some came from me having to get those compression devices. I had to pay for those, and as well as my garment that I would be wearing after my surgery, and I think that was it. It was like a care package that I had to pay for. The actual surgery in itself, I think, was only like $11,000, but I had to pay for that extra, that care package, which I wasn't mad at. Okay, I wasn't mad at the care package, because once again, this was still cheaper than what SONOBELLO was gonna be. Okay, so I wasn't even mad. So yeah, I did that, and I think that was pretty much it as far as the consultation. They was like, I mean, as the pre-op, they was like, girl, okay, you good? We will see. Oh, and they also confirmed once again what I wanted done. So they confirmed again that I was getting the tummy tuck with the muscle repair and the lipo to the upper and lower flanks. So, okay. They was like, all right, girl, we'll see you June 9th. And yeah, that was it as far as the consultation went. Now we can get into surgery day. Good morning, y'all. So it is currently 6, is it 6? What time is it? Yes, it is currently 6:03. I am getting ready to go to the surgery center. I really wish I had. Baby, can I put on some of your socks? I am trying to find some mousse for my hair, and I need to do, I just got an order. Shout out to you, boo, for that order. So I want to do that before surgery, because I don't know how I'm going to feel in the next couple of days, and I like to, as you guys know, get y'all orders out like ASAP. Y'all have no idea what my mousse is, and so I'm gonna do that, and I'm probably just gonna come back to y'all when I'm in the car, because I want to leave around 6:10ish in the 6:03. So let me check back in once I'm in the car. All right, y'all, so we are here. We're in the back, as you guys can see. I am ready. I haven't been marked up yet or anything. So, now I don't need you to mark me up, sir. No thanks. So we are waiting. Hopefully next time you guys see me, I'll be snatched. Stomach gonna be on flat, flat. Booty gonna be on flat, flat. Oh, Ron is gonna vlog everything else from this point.
What?
He got it. He got it. All right, y'all. So I'm out of surgery. Back at home. I'm in pain, so I'm not gonna do a whole lot of talking right now. But it went good. I'll give you guys a whole story time after recovery, but this vlog will be out before then. I'm gonna edit it probably in a day or two. But I'm out, I'm alive, and drains and all. They sent me home with those little booty thingies that you wear in the hospital to prevent clots. Yeah, child, my brain I still got anesthesia brain. So I'll talk to you guys later, probably when I wake up. Now I have some clips. I don't know if I'm going to insert it or not. The day of surgery, like I may just insert it because I was initially planning on doing a blog, and child, that just went out the window. I forgot that I was supposed to have been blogging and it went out the window, but I can kind of insert some of the clips that I did record right like that morning when I woke up, and you know, like while I was right before I went to the back, I have those clips. So you guys can see. But the day of surgery, honestly y'all, I wasn't as nervous as I was when I had my breast reduction, and I wasn't as nervous as the morning I woke up and was gonna go to SONOBELLO. Okay. I don't even think I was as nervous as I was when I got my teeth done. Like I felt confident. Dr. Gunn really made me feel very comfortable, and I think because he did make me feel so comfortable that I wasn't terrified. Like, I think my biggest fear about surgery is either not waking up from anesthesia or waking up in the middle of surgery, like while supposedly under anesthesia and being unable to move. I have the same fears that everybody have probably. Most of the fears has nothing to do with the surgery in itself, or even the pain you're going to experience afterwards. It's mostly about anesthesia. Like, let's keep it a whole buck. Okay, so I get there, and they told me that Ron, because Ron obviously he had took off work, and my surgery was on a Friday, so he took off that Friday, and then he was already going to be off that Saturday and Sunday. So that worked out perfectly because those were going to be the main days that I would need him. So they told me that, you know, Ron would have to, they would give him my scripts while I was having surgery. He needs to get those filled, and within, like, when I only have an hour left, like an hour left in recovery, they would notify him so he could get back there on time. So we get there, things was taking a little longer than I initially thought. The anesthesiologist was with another doctor, and you know, doing that, so it kind of made things move a little slower. I want to say, I don't even want to lie to y'all, I don't know what time we actually got there. I don't know what time we got there and what time things got started. I don't remember, but I want to say it was like an hour later. And actually Ron had scheduled a haircut while I was getting surgery. I know that sounds like, really? Like, I wanted him to get his haircut. I wanted him to get his haircut. Like, it was nothing. It didn't make any sense for him just sit around waiting hours, because they basically told us that the surgery would take about, like, the surgery would take 2 hours, and I would be in recovery for like 2 hours. So it really didn't make any sense for him to stay there. And like, for why? They had his number, and you know, once I was to the back and under, I wouldn't care whether he was there or not. So he actually ended up late for his haircut appointment because he didn't want to leave until after they took me to the surgery room. He didn't just want to leave me. So we waited for a while. The doctor finally came in. He marked me up, like, this is gonna be this, like confirming, like, this is what you want, this is what we're doing, blah blah. So he came, he marked me up, he did all of those things, and then we were once again waiting on the anesthesiologist. Now, every anesthesiologist I have met, everyone I have met has been the most quirkiest people. Like, y'all let me know down below in the comments if every anesthesiologist you know is quirky. Like, they have like a interesting sense of humor. I always enjoy them. Like, it may just be a me thing, but I always enjoy my anesthesiologist. So he came in, he was making jokes, and basically you know, telling me what he would do, is anything I'm worried about, blah blah blah. And then he said that he would be back, and when he came back, he was like, I'm putting this in your IV. Now, if you guys watched my breast reduction video, then you guys know, like, after they give me that little medicine, last time it was a cocktail, it was pills. This time he put it in my IV. The little cocktail they give you so you don't be so nervous when you go into the back. They should do that for C-sections too, child. But anyways, he gave me something in my IV, and then he was like, you know, this is kind of work kind of fast, so, you know, kiss your boo goodbye. Once again, anesthesiologists are quirky to me. And so I kissed Ron, and I was like, you know, go get your hair cut, I'm good now. We went to the back, like, literally I walked holding my little IV pole, walked, and he helped me get on the surgery table. That's all I remember. I kid you not. That is all I remember. Next thing I know, I'm waking up. And And it seems like that's always the case for me. Like, girl, like, what is good? Like, why don't you ever make it to the countdown phase? I have not made it to the countdown. I have yet to make it to the countdown where the anesthesiologist is like, all right, count down from 10. I have never made it there. I'm always asleep from the happy medicine. I'm asleep from the happy medicine, child. So anyways, next thing I remember, I'm waking up. I'm sore, and the nurse is like, let me help you put on your clothes. Once again, to me, the nurses were nice. Let me tell you guys something about me, though. I'm one of those people who really may or may not pick up on somebody being rude to me. I don't know if I'm a very indifferent person in general, and I really don't pay people a lot of mind, so it may just be a me thing, but they were nice to me. She helped me put on my clothes, and she was like, okay, we're gonna go, to the car. So I'm in a wheelchair, obviously, and she's taking me to the car, and she's like, oh, he's not here. Like, I don't even know if she went all the way to the door. I can't, that part is a little foggy, but I remember her saying he ain't here, and I'm like, hold on now, that ain't my man. Me and my man are the same person. We are the same person. You cannot tell me nothing about this man, and if it's not similar to me, I don't even believe it. We always on time. Okay, you tell us when to be somewhere, we're gonna be there on time. That's just like us. That's just our personality. I'm like, something ain't right about it. Sure enough, as soon as like we were like getting ready to go back, turned around, he walking in and he's like, like, what's good? Bring back my woman. That wasn't his energy, but he was like, here I am, So I'm guessing she just didn't see his car, but I knew that he was gonna be there. Like, that's who he is. Like, he's dependable. So I was like, oh, I don't know who you talking about. Even in my foggy delusion, I'm like, that ain't my man. My man is gonna be here. Like, he's gonna be here. He's gonna be here early. Like, I don't care if even though he went to get a haircut, he gonna be here early. And yeah, sure enough, he was there. So she helps me in the car, and Ron had already gotten me my pillow and everything that I would need to make the ride as comfortable as possible, as well as he had my script. I didn't take a pill then, I don't think. I think she was basically like, you're still under anesthesia. I still felt fine. I was a little sore, but it wasn't terrible. Honestly, y'all, the sorest parts of my body was not my stomach. My stomach was very numb. It's still a little numb, to keep it a whole book with you. But the lipo areas were hurt like a mofo. Well, they weren't hurt like a mofo then. I'll get into when they started hurting like a mofo. But at that moment they weren't. They were sore, but not, my stomach wasn't. But anyway, so we go home. We live about 30 minutes from Birmingham or so. So like I said, this place, it's a surgery center, so you don't stay the night there. You can stay the night in a hotel, or if you don't live close by, or if you do live close enough, you can just go home, obviously. So we were able to just go home. So we went home, and I had to go up the stairs. So I go up the stairs. It really wasn't that bad. Once again, I was, still in the anesthesia, so I feel a little good. Ron basically props me up on the couch. We do have a couch in our bedroom, and so he propped me up on the couch. He got something to put my legs on, and then he put those compression things on. He wanted me to keep the compression things on 24/7, but in actuality I knew that they were basically for when I decided to go to bed. So while I was awake, I was getting up every 2 hours, just walking like our hallways, like where all the bedrooms are, just walking that back and forth. And so he ended up, the twins, the girls, they had a birthday party to go to, and their mom, I think, was at work, so she needed him to drop them off, and she was gonna pick them up. So he was a little wary about that, and I was like, you know what, I'll be fine. It's literally only gonna take you 30 minutes. I'll be fine. Just kind of like check in. Just check in with me, make sure I'm still alive. But I felt fine. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I felt great day one, and I think that is a thing with surgery, because you still have that anesthesia in your system. So girl, you couldn't tell me I went straight. I was Gucci. He went ahead and took them to the restaurant. Now the twins love them some junk. So I was in the nodding phase, you know, right after surgery, you're in and out. So they love junk. So he had text and was like, do you want gummy worms? Like, I'm stopping by Dollar Tree, the twins want some junk. Do you want some gummy worms? And child, I don't even really eat candy like that. But for some reason, honey, when he mentioned them gummy worms, I wanted them gummy worms. But then I nodded off. And he ended up sending me a picture saying, you want these or these? Never responded. Never responded because I was asleep. So when I woke up, I was like, oh, I like those, but I would have took either one. He was like, oh, well, I ain't get it. Girl, I was so mad. You child, I was pissed. Like, how dare you get my mouth ready for these gummy worms and not bring me no gummy worms, child. Like, my mouth was ready for them gummy worms. So I basically told him, don't you get my mouth ready for no hash and eggs and ain't got no hash and eggs. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do you know what that reference is from?
You got my mouth all ready for hash and eggs and you ain't got no hash. You can't keep fucking with me that way.
So, because I was so indignant about the gummy worms, he was like, I'll just go back to Dollar Tree and get you some. Like, Once again, the twins like junk. So I knew it was some junk downstairs in the pantry. Now, what did I tell you the doctor said? Well, I told you the doctor said, if you go downstairs, once you go upstairs, stay there for the rest of the day. If you go downstairs, stay there for the rest of the day. Child took my ass right down, not my ass. I took my butt right downstairs, found my junk, which was Sour Patch Kids, because I knew, like I said, I knew they had some junk in there somewhere. It was some Sour Patch Kids. Child, got my little Sour Patch Kids and and went right on back upstairs. Now this is day one and I'm already not doing what I'm supposed to do. Honey, when I said that man got back home, he was livid while I was eating my Sour Patch Kids. I'm like, I'm not even mad at you no more, baby. I'm not mad at you ain't get my gummy worms no more. I'm good. I got Sour Patch Kids. He was not happy with me, to say, like, he wasn't happy with me. Now, I want to say, like, that first night, I was moving so good that he was shook. He was like, are you human? But like I said, it was still because I had that anesthesia in my system. So the pain, the real pain hadn't hit yet. It just hadn't. I was in a little pain, but I was still moving. And even once, I even set an alarm for every 2 hours. I would get up and just walk back and forth, walk back and forth. I did that all night because, honey, your girl is scared of a clap. That's one thing I'm gonna keep it a buck with. I'm scared of a clap. So I was walking my butt off. That's the same thing I did with my C-sections when I was at the hospital. I was walking. I'm making loops. Like, one thing she gonna do is walk. Okay, so I was walking. You know, I would struggle sometimes because our toilets are low. The toilets are extremely low here, and my grandmother had mentioned that one time. These some low toilets. Like when she came while they were moving, these some low toilets, and I was like, they're really not that low. Child, they low. They low, girl. So that was a bit of a struggle, but I wanted to do as much as I could by myself to be as independent as I can. Like, I'm not good at being dependent on people. That's just not me. I don't even care if it's my spouse. I don't care who you are. I hate being dependent. So I wanted to do as much as I could by myself without his assistance. But honey, child, he was treating me like I was his baby. Like, what are you doing? Every little movement, are you okay? You need some help walking. You need to go to the bathroom. Like, the main thing that I would need help with was getting out of the bed. And what he did was put a stool like right by the bed, because the bed is pretty high. He put a stool by the bed, and I would use that to get on the bed. And then I had a bunch of pillows. He got one of those little back pillow things. I'll insert a picture so you know what I'm talking about, so I could sit up, because basically what they said is to sit up and to not elevate your legs. So, and I had those compression things on, so I was sitting up, like kind of like the best thing to do after this surgery is to sit in a recliner. We didn't have a recliner. We don't have one. So that was basically what we did. So yeah, I ended up going to sleep, but I had an appointment with Dr. Gunn the next day, so we had to go right back to them the next day because he needed to see me and talk to me, because obviously he couldn't talk to me after surgery because I'm groggy. So he sets up an appointment for the very next day for you to come in and for him to show you how to take care of everything. So that's what's next. So we're on post-op day 1. Okay, so I don't think I mentioned, I did also have drains, and to me the drains was the most aggravating thing, and his policy is to keep the drains in for 10 days. I hate drains. I had drains. I know I need drains, but I hate them. I had drains when I had my breast reduction, and I had drains with this. And you know, obviously you have to record how much is coming out. You have to strip that cord, you know, and after you strip it, it flows really good, and then you record the volume. I did first thing in the morning, right before I went to bed, I would record it, and I did that for 10 days. So the first day we go back to Head and Gun, and this is a Saturday, mind you, and he's there. And it was nobody really there. I don't even think there was a receptionist there. He was literally just there to see, I guess, any patient that he had surgery on, you know, the previous day. Also love that. Love that. I also want to mention that Dr. Gunn gave us his direct cell number. Like if anything happened, you will be able to get in contact with me. Okay, love that. He gave Ron his cell number like the day of, like, you know, you can get in direct contact with me. Love it. So the day we go back, I mean the next day we go back, and honestly I'm a lot sore to this day, and I'm kind of bent over, but I don't know what it is about me, but honey, I got that car, I straightened up like this in all kinds of pain, girl. But I walked my butt in there, and she was like, oh my God, you're walking so good. And I'm like, yeah, I am. It's not so bad. Child was in pain. Okay, girl. It's okay to walk hunched over, which is how I ended up walking basically the rest of the time. But I walked in there with my head held high, my back straight, in my pajamas. Okay, girl. So that's another thing I want to mention. They tell you to basically, on the day of surgery, I wore pajamas. I wore a button-down pajama top and some pants, because it's the easiest thing to get on after surgery, and it's the best thing to wear while you're healing as well, because it's easy to get in and out of. So we go in, and you know, he basically tells me how to take care of my incision, that you know, I can't get in like swimming pools or anything like that no time soon, that I have those drains for 10 days, and how to clean around them and take care of that, as well as he showed me how to wrap my binder. And I'll insert a clip here. I'm gonna try to blur out my boobs and stuff, because I mean, Ron recorded it so he would know like how to help me put my binder on. So I'm gonna insert this clip so you guys can kind of see what the nurse told us.
And then, like I said, curves at the bottom, tags on the outside for the binder. And pull this down a little bit. And then B is at the bottom. So B, you're gonna go right really low along the bottom incision line. We're gonna go out and around. I always say make a goal of making the Velcro even with your armpit, so this part right here. Sometimes you can go a little bit past that, so just go a little bit past it if you can. And then C is at the top for chest.
Oh, that's neat. Did you come up with it?
No, I heard it from someone. I could have taken credit for it though. And then I always kind of adjust them.
Yeah, the binder basically had A, B, C, and D. And she told me the A was for abdomen, the B was for belly button, and the C was for chest. So that's like how we would wrap that up. And yeah, that was pretty much that particular visit. He told me that he didn't want me to get any massages. He was like, that would hurt like heck right now. You know, like the lymphatic massages that people get after a BBL. This is not a BBL, girl, this is tummy tuck. So he was like, you know, I don't really want you to get those right now. A little bit later, if you want to get them, you know, on the lipo areas, then you can. But in general, no. So I was like, cool. I also want to mention that he told me that he wouldn't be able to lipo as much at the top because of the tummy tuck and the muscle repair. So my top is not as flat as my bottom, but the bottom part was really what was bothering me. And I was like, okay, girl. He told me that from jump. Like, he was honest about everything from jump. He told me to suck in my gut, and he was like, it won't quite be this, but it'll be close. You know, the rest is gonna be your work, okay? And like I said, this is not a weight loss procedure. I just wanted my belly fixed, child, okay? I just wanted my belly fixed. And yeah, another thing that he mentioned, which he told me later, when I went for my 2-week checkup, because I did 2 weeks, now I did 4 weeks, now I did 6 weeks, and after 6 weeks, he was like, you know what, you're good until for 4 months, unless something goes on. If something goes on, just give me a call. But another thing he told me, as far as shaping my belly button, he told me to use, I don't even think it's in here, but you know those earplugs, like my man, he works for Hyundai, so he has a lot of those earplug things. He told me I should put one of those in my belly button to shape my belly button, and honey, it worked. Like, I like my new belly button. I'm not mad at my new belly button. Like, I know that is an issue for a lot of people. I don't have necessarily the same hang-ups and issues that a lot of people have. I'm not that particular, but you know, I don't want my belly button looking crazy, but it ain't gotta be just like, oh my God, look at her belly button. So yeah, the belly button thing wasn't a huge deal for me, but I understand that it can be a huge deal for other people. So I really like that he told me that I could just, you know, shape it that way. And from there, I was basically just healing. Like, the worst days was the first, second, and third day. After that, y'all, it was easy breezy for me. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. So literally, by the time it was time for Ron to go back to work, I felt good. Like, not great, obviously, and I still hurt. Those lipo areas still hurt. I'm still kind of numb in the area where you know, I had the tummy tuck and the muscle repair and all of that. I am still numb there, but as far as just overall, the only areas that hurt are those areas that were lipo, like right up under my roll, which is still a roll. Like, I'm not gonna hold you, sis. It's still a roll there. It's not like it was, and I hope I can show you guys like a before and after. It's still a roll there, but it's nothing like the roll that was there before, okay? I want to say you have to be patient with yourself. He told me not to lift over 10 pounds. For like the first 2 weeks, not to do any strenuous exercising or any of that, and basically he said I could do my job within a week, and I did. I think I did do my job within a week, because I actually recorded a video and told y'all I still had drains in. So I did my first my job. But if you have a more strenuous job, obviously you would need to take the full 2 weeks off, and after 2 weeks you should be able to go back to work, as long as you still don't lift over 10 pounds. That right there, that part I think lasted for like 4 weeks. It really isn't anything that stuck in my head, because my job isn't strenuous like that. Like, I sit down and I talk to y'all, but you know, if you have a more strenuous job, then you know, I'm pretty sure you'll be more mindful of that. And it's easy to find information on tummy tucks, blah blah, if you can't remember what your doctor said or your surgeon said. As far as my surgeon, he was like, anything that you need, give me a call, okay? And like I said, I love that, and Ron loved that too. Because he was like, oh, this is stressful. Last surgery, you know, like, there's no other surgery that you need, the rest can be done. He was like, I couldn't say anything about your teeth, like we were new, and I can't say anything about this because, you know, it's from damage. You know, it's muscle repair damage that is not going to get fixed otherwise, like completely fixed. So, but he was like, everything else, you know, we can do at the house. If anything else you want done, we can do at the house. And I agreed. I don't want to go through any more unnecessary surgeries. I'm not going to hold you. Yeah, I think that is basically it. Now we can just get, that was, if you have any other questions, like maybe it's something that I left out, because I'm just kind of all over the place. I had notes, but I don't feel like I feel a little disorganized. So is there anything else that you want to know about the surgery that I didn't hit on, just comment down below. But now we're going to get into what I recommend the surgery. Am I happy with my results, and so on. Okay, so would I recommend getting this surgery? Honestly, yes. I feel like with tummy tucks, if it's something that you really want to do, or you know, if it's like you have a reason that you want a tummy tuck, and most of the time when people get something like a tummy tuck, it's usually because of they have diastasis recti, which is what I had. Now he said my case wasn't super severe, but I did have it, and you know, I was always gonna have that rounded look, girl. Like no matter what I did, and you know, I believed him because like I said, I have gotten down to 130 pounds, which is a normal weight for me at my height. I'm 5'4", and I would still look pregnant. So for me, like I agreed. I agree. So I think if it's something that you want to do your research. Like I know it's some people that don't believe in any surgery, and there are some people that are pro surgery. I am pro doing whatever makes you happy. Life is too short to not be happy with your body, or you know, discontent with anything. Like that is kind of like my motto in life these days. Okay, I don't want to be discontent with nothing. Like if this right here stop making me happy, as far as you know, talking to y'all and doing YouTube, I'm not gonna do it no more. I'm just at that point in life where I only want to do what makes me happy. And this I figured would make me happy. And am I happy with my results? Heck yeah. Now granted, I do still have swelling. He basically said, and from what I was looking up, he said 6 months, but I was looking up online and some people say all the way up until a year. I'm content now even with the swelling. Like, and I am exercising now. At my 6-week checkup, he told me I could now exercise. So I literally work out Monday through Friday, which is different for me. It is very different for me, girl. I was not somebody that works out. I just didn't. But I have a whole new routine. I get up every morning roughly around 5:30, and I walk 2 miles, and then I come in and I have this playlist that I do on YouTube. And I mean, I am doing all this for a reason, and you guys will see that reason very, very soon. Child, life is lifing over here in the best possible way, honey. Okay, yeah, I have been working out, and because I do want to fix that little upper bulge, and I do want to fix my hip dips and things that I have never worked on or cared to. But you know, life is short, and I don't want to just be a couch potato. By the time I'm 50, like I'm trying to look like my man's mama, okay, in my 50s. Like, honey, I talk about her all the time, and I don't know if you guys have paid attention, but oh girl, fine, okay, oh girl is fine, and she's in her 50s, and this is where I want to be. I used to say I was going to be obese in my 50s, but now, you know, I have a new lease on life. Like 50 is like the best time. That is like when your kids are grown and you can be grandmama, and I'm trying to be somebody's sexy grandma in my 50s, okay girl, or my 60s. Like, come through. Like 50s is the new 20s and 30s. Like 50 is where it's at. So I am trying to do everything I can right now to be somebody's fine grandmama. So yeah, I have been working out, and I plan to continue, maybe not 5 days a week like I'm doing now. Once I get to my goal, at that point, I will probably just start doing 3 days a week or something. But right now, I'm doing 5. And I feel good doing it. He told me that I can do whatever my body tells me that I can do. So right now I'm not doing that well at planks. Like my stomach is like, no girl, we ain't doing that yet. And I listen to my body, and that's basically what he encouraged me to do, is to listen to my body. And that's what I've been doing. And yeah, like I'm happy with my results. I'll show you guys the before and afters. You guys can look at that. And honestly, on my befores, I was like 145 pounds. Now about 142. So there's not big of a weight difference, but honey, that stomach is stomaching. Okay, I don't care what nobody said, that stomach is stomaching, and before that stomach was stomaching. Okay, so I would personally recommend it if it's something that you want. I say you do your research, find your perfect doctor, the doctor that is perfect for you. And even if you go to multiple consultations, like most consultations are free. My consultation with this doctor was free. Whatever you need to do, but don't just, I would say one thing you don't want to do is go the cheap route when it comes to your body, your life. You don't want to have buyer's remorse on your body. You know what I'm saying? I know we talk about buyer's remorse with materialistic things, but the last thing you want to have buyer's remorse with is your body. So I would just say, once again, do your research. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys really got something out of it. And yeah, I'm a happy camper. Let me know your if you've ever had a tummy tuck, if it's anything that you want to share down below in the comments. Y'all sound off. Like, we are here to help each other. We are a community, so sound off down below about your experience. Like, would you recommend it? How was your healing phase? Whatever your stories are, please put them down below in the comments, because I feel like it helps us all. And yeah, y'all, let's get into this outro. All right, y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I was really just trying to give you guys all the details and things that I could remember. Once again, if it's certain things that I left out, feel free to ask them down below in the comments. Hopefully we all can help each other. As far as the surgery conversation goes, honey, if you're not into surgery, I don't even know why you're watching the video, girl. But for those of you who are interested in having surgery, I hope this video helped. And once again, if it's anything else that I left out, feel free to ask down below. And yeah, y'all, that's it. So if you like this video, like this video. If you're not already subscribed, click that subscribe button, girl. It's not costing not one red cent. And if you're not already following me on all my social media platforms, I am DizastrousBeauty on both IG and TikTok. I'm Health to Miss T on Snapchat, and I'm DizastrousB on Twitter. Now we'll see you love bugs next time. Bye.
The looks you love completely, got every styles and weekly.